Alright guys, we're on build video 4 and we're on page 6 of the manual. And so, first thing is first, the head assembly parts right here came from bag 700 FLH, which are in the main rotor head set. Put that to the side. And then also in the main rotor head set box, you'll find your main shaft. And it's going to be inside this package right here. So you're just going to cut that open. And that's also going to be slid inside here. All these are going to be in one with your shims for when we complete this. So I'm going to put that in there so we don't lose that. And that would be bag 700 FLH 9. So make sure to get that. That's also, like I said, in the main rotor head set box. And so you're going to grab this, we're going to put this to the side. And then the other thing you're going to want is there's a little baggie right here. I took all the hardware right here out. So you're going to get your little head button right here. So we'll take the head button out of the bag. And this little baggie right here is 700 FLH 8A, which is in this bag right here. So we'll put this little guy to the side and put this right here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is grab your 2.5mm hex driver right here, and you're going to want to take this little screw right here from the kit. It's a little bit skinnier one, but longer. It's like the only one its size. And you're going to want to take some of your blue thread locker and just put a little bit on there. And then just coat it. And then put that in the head button. And then just put down the head button just like so. And there's the head button on there. Pretty easy. Then the next thing you're going to want to do is the more complicated stuff. So I completed this already so that we could save some time. And so the first thing you're going to want to do is, you got this little guy right here. And in the manual it calls for the top part to be Loctited. So you're going to put a little bit of Loctite on the top, except I just forgot. There's one little thing, we'll wipe that off. I got a little trick for you guys. So if you take your drill and lock that hex part in there, it's like so. This makes it a lot easier to put on the links. So we're going to grab our link right here, our head link. And then we're going to pop on the little collar that goes on the link, just like so. And then you're just going to hold this nice and straight, and make sure your drill is going the tightening way, which is going to be clockwise. So you're going to hold this straight and put it on. I don't really go until there's a little collar. It just touches that collar in there. Just hold it and just slowly do it. Don't do it really quick, or else you could eat out all that plastic in there. So nice and slow, not quick. And then this also makes it a little bit more precise too. So once you're done, you can just undo that out of your drill. It's like so. Put the drill to the side. And then we're going to put some Loctite on the top, just like that. And then just wipe off the excess. And wipe our finger on a towel. And also, all these screws, you'll notice there's no oil, no machining oil. All of these have been wiped off, soaked in acetone and wiped off, so that there's no oil, nothing that can possibly cause the Loctite to falsely cure. So now we're going to take our arm right here, and then just screw that in, just like so. And you're going to want to take, I always start with this, twist the link, and this is going to be the front of the arm. So you're going to want the A facing on the same side. So you just want to twist this. I always just twist this until the A lines up 90 degrees with that, just like so. And that's pretty much complete then, because now you've torqued that down already by twisting it nice and tight. So put that to the side. And as long as these are pretty close, you can always, when we're doing setup, you can precisely set that up so that you got the tracking right, and you don't adjust the zero with that with the hex right there. You hold onto that little hex thing, and you unscrew and adjust from this link, not from what goes in here. That's supposed to be Loctite and not supposed to move. That's what the manual calls for, so that's what we'll do. And then you're going to take your little baby washer right here, see where the little rounded side is, have the rounded side facing towards the top of the screw. The flat side should be facing towards the threads, which is going to be touching the bearing. And then just put that in just like so. And then we will take our 2.5 right here, and actually, since this is a bearing in front, you want the curved side, since this is a proper engineering procedure, forgot about this, since the curved side is curved, you want to have that facing the bearing, because that gives it less surface area to touch the whole bearing. So we're going to have the flat side actually face towards the end of the bolt, and the curved side face towards the front of the threads, which is going to also, you slide that in, the curved side should be touching the bearings. So we'll flip this little guy around too, right here. Good thing I just remembered it. It won't kill it, but it's a good thing to do. This is a big helicopter. It's got a lot of power, and you've probably invested a lot of money into this, so putting your hard effort into it is a good thing. And next thing is, you're going to see it says a line that's going to face towards the outside when we bolt this in, just like that. So we're going to put a little thread locker on, some of our blue thread locker on the threads, just like so. And we're going to smear that in, coat it evenly, and then we're going to bolt that into the arm. Make sure a line faces out in that curved part. You see where it like comes down to a point. That's going to face towards the grip arm until it stops, and then a little snug. Should be binding, should be nice and smooth. Then the next thing, we're going to do the exact same thing to this link right here. Little thread locker. And just smear that out in, and then bolt that down into the grip arm till it stops, and then a little torque. And there you go, no tension. And the A's should be facing towards the front. So the A is right here. It's facing away from the grip arm. Same with this one. The A is facing away from the grip arm. So that when you pop that on, actually the A should be facing towards that way. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. And I actually did that right on this one too. You just want the A facing away. So as long as you do that right, A should be facing towards the grip this way. The A should be right on here and right on there. So we've done that correctly. And so we got that. Then you're going to want to take your main shaft and simply slide it through the bottom of your swash plate. And then you're going to want to take main shaft and stick it in here and align the holes. And that you're going to notice there's your middle hole right here and then 2 holes on both sides of here. And these right here are threaded, so you see you have 2 shorter bolts. So you're going to take your 3mm hex driver and you're going to put some Loctite on that. And again, I can't stress this more, any of the threads, even in that main shaft, have been cleaned out to avoid any excess residue of machining oil. I'm just going to simply just put that in there and give it a little torque down. And then we'll do the same with the other one, except I'm going to use my a handy dandy tip that lets me get in corners. It comes in good handy so we don't scratch up those grips. And just make sure put a little bit of Loctite on there, smear it in. Evenly coat that. And you're going to want to put that in here so it stops, and like a 1/4 turn torque. And now that those are in right here, so now your shaft not going to move. And then you're going to take this bolt right here, which is a little bit shorter than these two. These two, well, I'll show you what to do with that in a little bit. So you're going to put this bolt, the shorter one, right in the middle. And then you're going to take the smaller of the 3 locking nuts. You do not use Loctite on this because there's plastic in there. So these are self-locking, so you do not need Loctite. And don't do it because Loctite will destroy the plastic. It'll basically almost super glue that in there. So you're going to take your pliers and hold that. And then we'll take our 3mm right here and just tighten this down. And then until it stops, and then just torque it. 1/4 turn, just enough. Don't go crazy on it. And then these right here are going to be your blade bolts. So just put those in here so you don't lose them. And then put that washer at the bottom, or this locking nut. These do not use Loctite as well because they do have the self-locking plastic. Just do the same to the other side. Put the bolt through the grip and just tighten that down. Just like so. And last thing is you're going to clip these ball links on. But we're not going to do it now because we haven't finished the kit, so I'd recommend keeping these loose until we get that all set up with the servos and stuff running. But now, since you've completed that, you've successfully put the head assembly together. And that's the end of page 6 and the end of build video 4. Make sure to please subscribe and keep updated with these build videos. Hope you enjoyed them, and hope it's helping your build go along, or your choice of buying a 700 electric E-Pro DFC. And this will also work with the Trex 700E DFC as well. Pretty close. So thank you for watching, and keep updated with build video 5. Have fun, guys.